just take the blue microphone, which is on right now. And yeah, we got 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, guys, 20 minutes, and then we have food.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I know you're all waiting for food, but we got food for you too. Food for thought.
Yeah, there you go.
Food for thought. We're going to feed you now, and we're going to let you explore actually the FINTERSECTION of real estate and fintech.
Yeah, you see, the only thing I have with that is I always thought there was about digital twins and creating models of real estate buildings and then selling mezzanine finance from these virtual real estate buildings. Is that not part of this?
Well, it's kind of not yet interconnected completely. It's not a web yet, but it's still standalone solutions. But the two speakers that we're going to get on board right now, that we're going to get on stage right now, they show us that you can span a bridge between different solutions, and that's what we're going to do right now. Shall we start?
Excellent, we should. Michał, if you could make your way to the stage, please. Now, Michał, you come from Szczecin, so another great city. I hope you'll share some insights about it as well. And we also have Dan coming. I assume that you've come from Bucharest? Yes. Super, so we'll hear some insights from you as well. Please join your colleagues.
All right, thank you very much, Andy, for the introduction. And we won't hold you up too long. We got a 20 minutes time in front of us, and I'm happy to introduce two gentlemen who are going to talk about the FINTERSECTION of real estate and fintech, as we're at the Unchained Fintech Festival. So we're going to talk about streamlining the property financing journey, which means from finding the property all the way to financing it, digital tools about it, smart credit matchmaking, end-to-end customer experiences and the stuff. And with this, on stage, we have the example of Imobiliare.ro Finance. It's one of the leading loan brokerage firms in Romania right now with a full range of financing solutions for individuals. They were established 12 years ago, but then there was a takeover 3 years ago, and this is when Dan Nicolae came into the picture. And yeah, 2024, you were second in the market with Imobiliare.ro Finance, but then they already competing now for the market leadership. Yeah, Imobiliare.ro is now part of the Swiss Ringier Group, or Ringier Group. I don't know how you pronounce it, but you're going to help us then afterwards. And basically, you work with all the banks in the market. Dan Nicolae, besides me here, is the CEO of Imobiliare.ro Finance. He's a leader in the loan brokerage market in Romania and has nearly 20 years of digital innovation experience. And the second company group being here with us is Lendi. Lendi Group is one of the fastest growing fintech companies in Europe. They're listed in the 2025 Financial Times 1000 ranking, which is actually a very big achievement. Congratulations to that.
Thank you so much.
Lendi Group has developed a comprehensive housing mortgage insurance ecosystem powered by proprietary technology, efficient customer acquisition, and a rapidly expanding network of over 2,500 mortgage, insurance, and real estate experts. You're number 2 in the mortgage brokerage in Poland right now. You have a 15-16% market share, and you're reaching over 3.2 billion euros in mortgage volume. So that is a big number that we have here. Yeah, you have a successful rollout of a technological platform. Michael Petters is here with me. He's the co-founder and co-CEO of Lendi Group. He's an experienced AI and fintech expert with also more than 15, nearly 20 years of experience in strategy, product, sales, marketing, and technology. And he digitizes European loan and insurance distribution with AI. So one information that we want to give to you before we start the panel, I feel obliged to do it. Lendi and Imobiliare.ro share the common shareholders, and they share the common digital platform. So with that, Dan and Michael, I'll let you introduce a bit into the market. What is the market like? Maybe we start with Dan, market in Romania. What is it like? What are some kind of key figures that we have to know in order to understand what market we're talking about?
Hi everybody, thanks for inviting me here. So in terms of market overview, because we are always starting with that, probably working in the banking sector, you all know that the mortgage market had an increase. Last year we had almost 10 billion euro in new loans, although we had around 55% refinancing or restructuring the loans. So the purely new loans market from real estate transactions was around 4.5 billion. What's important for you to understand, and this is also the other area of expertise that we have, is what drive this market, what are the dynamics of the real estate market that influence the mortgage market. And there are three dynamics. So the most important is the increase of prices. So we have around 15% year-over-year increase in average price per square meter in Romania. Why is that? Why we have such a big increase? It's probably, I don't know how many of you know that, but we have a real issue with the decreasing of the number of residential properties available for sale in the market. And this percentage was around it was 8% less at national level, so 8% less property for sale. But in the big cities, this number is almost double. So for example, in Bucharest, which is responsible with around 50% of the overall properties in the market that are available for sale, we had a decrease of around 15%, so 1.5. For example, also in Bucharest, in terms of the newly built properties, we had a decrease in 28%. And these dynamics we can see in all of the big top 5 cities in Romania, because mainly because of the strategy that the local administration have in order to limit the number of construction permits available to the market. So this dynamic is primarily responsible for the price increases. Also, in the first 5 months of the year, we see around -9% in real estate transactions, and that's also because of the offering. The good news is that in terms of how people afford to get a mortgage today, things look still good because the average income of the population increased heavily in the last years. So this means a lot of people afford the property still, even though the prices increased so much. So you have a high demand, low offering, and this leads to the price increases in the market.
All right, we're going to see whether there is a mismatch actually in the demand and in the offer and how to bring it together. But before that, we know that Poland is a much bigger market than Romania in terms of population, also in terms of country size. Michael, how would you compare the markets to each other? What are the specifics of the Polish market?
First of all, thank you so much for having me here today. Right now, if it comes to the new mortgage loans in Poland, last year, 2024, there was around 20 billions of euros whole mortgage volume sold, right? So around 4 times, 5 times more than in Romania. But actually, if we compare Romania market to Polish market in 2013, we had that time around 9 billions of euros of total mortgage loan volume. So it was double like it is right now in Romania, but our population is also double, right? So it is around 38 million. So let's say it's pretty similar to 2013. And from 2013 to 2021, each year market growth of around 12.2%. To 20 billions of euros in 2021. Then suddenly 2022, big drop of 49% because of high CPI and high interest rates. But we already recovered that, and in 2024 we have 20 billions of euros, as I mentioned before. What is also worth to mention here is our average ticket in terms of loans. It is 100,000 euros, right? If we compare that to Dan's market, it is 75,000 over here.
What's the average volume of the transaction?
100,000.
No, the mortgage is 100,000. The transaction itself is.
It's like roughly 20% more, right? So 150, 120, 130. And it's also worth to mention about the mortgage broker share in the whole market, right? In 2013, it was around 50%. Right now in Romania, it is 40. 40. Yeah, and right now it's 70 to 75, right? So the mortgages are also, brokers are also much more active on the market.
All right. So we see that the lion's share actually of the transactions is being financed by mortgages. There was always a demand for the mortgages. There was an old system, so to say, to get to the mortgages. You are transforming right now the market by digital technology, completely transforming and disrupting the market. Dan, how is this being applied in Romania? What are you doing? What is the specifics of your solution?
So first of all, to complete a little bit what Michael said, Poland versus Romania. For example, the evolution of the brokers' penetration in the last 5 years in Romania doubled. So in 2020, we had 20% of the volumes running through brokers. Now we had around 40%. So in just a few years, the penetration doubled, and the direction is the same. So we are going towards the EU average and Poland as well. So we believe we still have around 50% increase in potential market share. So the question was, what makes us unique in the market, right?
What makes you unique, and how do you transform the market right now? Because that is actually what you're doing. You're transforming the market of how people actually get the mortgages to their real estate properties.
So in 2022, Imobiliare.ro acquired the number 2 in the market back then, a distant number 2 in the market. So we entered this business very powerfully. The reason of that being our intention was to form a big ecosystem. The end goal was to improve the experience of the real estate transactions in general. And now today, fast forward today, we have this ecosystem. And this means no matter how you enter the market, either by property search on Imobiliare, either by a real estate agent or a developer, either by a mortgage broker, because we see a lot of these behaviors, like people coming to the broker first to know how can I afford. This ecosystem actually provides a complete buying experience right now.
So you basically work with all the intermediaries in the system. Everybody is included in your system. Lindy, Michael, you developed the platform. How does the platform do that? How can we understand how you actually bridge the whole process of finding a property to the acquisition of a property to closing the mortgage? How do you transform that in terms of technological platform?
If it comes to the lending, we have like 3 stages of transforming and digitizing the whole process of getting new property. The first one in 2012, it was, so what we did, we actually showed to the markets the comparison tool, very detailed comparison tool that shows each of the products from the particular banks and count the creditworthiness of customer. And that way, before our solution, people need to communicate with the banks. It takes like a couple of hours to get the final offer for the customers. And using our software, it takes only like a couple of minutes to get the whole market in one software.
How do you ensure that the customer gets the best rate? Best offer?
It is, so we took all the data from the customers, we fill the forms, it's integrated with banks, or we have some data inside our software and the database. And that's why, that is the way how we can very fast calculate the offers, the insurances that are related to these offers of mortgages or cash loans. And then obviously it's not only comparison tool, but we also tell the mortgages advisors what kind of documents they need to collect. They can fill the forms with this, such a tool, right? So it's fastening the whole process a lot.
Let's say I'm a customer of yours, I'm on your platform right now. How can I ensure, or how can I trust that I get the best offer for myself and not the biggest commission for yourself? How do you ensure that?
Yeah, so pretty much everything is transparent, right? What I mean by that is this is not the software only for B2B, so for the mortgage advisors, but also for the customers. So as soon as customer gets to our branch or somehow connects with Lendy, he gets his own profile within the app, and he can just track the whole process through each of stage and somehow compare even by his own the particular bank offers and see what is the difference in terms of creditworthiness in different kind of banks. So this is the main factor, the transparency of the process, right?
So wonderful. So we got a trustworthy, transparent platform that we have. Dan Nicolae from Imobiliare.ro Finance. What is actually the feedback of the customers? What do you hear back? Do they love it, the solution? Are they jumping onto it?
Yes, because the customer experience is transformed when they use a broker to finance their transaction. We actually track very closely, so 99.9% of the customer actually give us the maximum rating that they can give us. Also because, you know, there's not, so first of all, to answer the same question, I mean, the brokers in Romania and probably in Poland as well have aligned commissions. So they have similar commissions, doesn't matter the bank. So their interest is that actually serve the customer and get recommendations. And using the technology, we make this process very, very transparent and very easy for the customer to understand.
All right, wonderful. So I want to become a customer of yours, but still have to invest in Romania yet. If I invest in Romania or if I invest in Poland, Michael, with Lendia Group, if I invest in Poland, how much faster is the process that I get with you and your technological platform versus what I would have done 3-5 years ago?
Yeah. The most important advantages of Lendy is about its comprehensive service. So what I mean by that is like we do not only right now taking care of mortgages, but also if you are trying to look for the properties, you want to find the property, we have different solution that is scanning all the market in terms of what kind of offers you have on the market. And you can easily, with our app, choose the best offer. Then you can, the best offer in terms of property, obviously. Then go through the financial process and up to insurances, which are also related to the mortgages. If it comes to the time, everything is much more simple than it was before, right? In terms of it is based on our software, and obviously it depends on the banks because right now in Poland, not each bank have a fully digital process. That means that we need, on some stages, we need to wait for the bank to get actually a next step within the process. But the whole process of collecting the documents, the data, sending them to the banks are immediately versus what did happen before, right?
Okay, wonderful. Dan, let's say Andy, our wonderful moderator and MC that we have here, he fell in love with Oradea as he came here for the second or third time or something like that, and he says, I want to buy an apartment close by the Cetatea here in Oradea. What is the experience that he's going to have? How is he going to find, like, to really show it to a customer, how is he going to find the real estate, the piece of property? Does he have to scan all the different websites that are in the market, or does he find something, a solution in your platform that makes it much easier for him to scan the different properties?
Well, the best experience in searching the property that he could have is of course on Immobiliare, but most of the time people scan anyway all the platforms because there is a fear of missing out, and I think this is the core thing that we should enable users to focus on, not the financing part. This is solved by experts, but like people should spend most of the time choosing the best property for them. And here, this ecosystem of marketplace, real estate professionals, and finance expert, this experience actually provides the best experience all in all.
All right. Michael, we talked before when we prepared for the panel right now, for the fireside chat, we talked a bit about the role of the human and the role of the technology. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Yeah. This is mostly related to the mentality, especially in people not only in Poland, but also I think in CEE. That means that mortgage loan, it is a life investment right now because of the volume that you are taking in terms of another years, right? And you need to pay it. And because of that, there is a big need in the whole process of having somebody in the end who will tap on your shoulder, show in your eyes and tell you that this is the best solution that you already can choose and everything gonna be okay. But how we choose the best solution for you, here we get technology, right? So right now, using the AI technology, what we are trying to do, we are trying to convert our mortgage advisors into financial advisors. So people who didn't have experience in terms of insurances or real estates, with an AI tools, they can easily support customer with the comprehensive service. But still, we need these people, and they are like the highest value in terms of our company.
So not all hope is lost. We're not going to talk only to agentic AI, but we're also going to talk to human beings in the future. Dan, one question to you. When are you going to be the market leader in Romania?
When? Oh, we hope this
And we want a
year.
date now. We don't want a year.
We hope this year we already. But in terms of tools and technology, we primarily think that tools are to help the experts, because the experts also, what Michael said, the experts are the ones who validate the people's life decisions, long-term life decisions. I mean, in a consumer loan, you can take it out like just by instinct. I want to buy a new car because I like it. But in the mortgage, you tend to focus more and more on the decision itself because it's a life-changing acquisition.
Mortgage is like marriage.
Yes, exactly.
Alrighty. Michael, how do you see, as a future outlook now, as we're running low on time, future outlook, how do you see the development of the Polish market and the development of your platform?
If it comes to our market, what we think is that it's going to still grow, right? In terms of right now, we have extremely high interest rates, and this is something that is blocking our customers for getting another property. So we think that the interest rate is going to decrease within next year or two, right? And that's going to help to get higher creditworthiness in the end. So what we think that's within another 5 years, the market is going to grow of around 8% a year. And if it comes to what will change in terms of the process, so we do feel that using AI technology based on human experience, the process is going to be much easier, and the products that we're going to propose to our customers going to be more personalized. This is what we think.
Okay, wonderful. That sounds great. Dan, your take about this on the Romanian market? How do you see the development and growth on the Romanian market?
Yeah, so especially in the last years, we had a very challenging market, especially for the consumers, because of the higher interest rates, and this brings the broker more and more into the process, because the broker services are more important in such a specific market, because the higher interest rates and the rising prices of the properties actually put pressure together on what the buyer can afford. So he wants to maximize what he can afford in order to buy his dream home, right? So this is actually challenging us as experts to bring more and more services to the table, more and more expertise. And as a next step for us, we want to diversify even more. We want to go into insurances as well. And we want to continue leveraging this real estate ecosystem, especially making it easier for our experts to also recommend properties to the buyers from our ecosystem, not just from Imobiliare by themselves, but also through the experts.
Okay, wonderful. That sounds great. So Andy, I saw you. Stop flirting with the ladies and get ready for your, So you're going to buy. I sold it to you. I get the commission. You know that. Famous last words, Michael.
Last words. Thank you so much. The event is really nice. Thank you for having us here. And hopefully we're going to see next time within next year, right?
Yeah. Last words from your side, Dan?
My last words is like to send a message to the banking industry to put more and more importance with the relationship with the brokers, because we are doing a better and better job, and we are reliable partners.
Message received? Yes, it is. So thank you very much. Michael Pettas from Lendi. Thank you very much, Dan Nicolai from Imobiliare.ro Finance.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure to be up here with you. Andy.